Hello, it's nice to be back on the channel with you all. It's K, it inspires. As you all know, it's the place where purpose and finance meets. If you are joining us for the first time, please do well to hit the subscribe button. We will love you to be a part of this global community. So I just wanted us to talk about something today based on which is like building on what we on our last conversation, and that was about building your track record. And then I realized a few of us have track records. We've done things, but because we are not so proud of the outcome of those things, we are quick to edit out those parts from our track records. And I've come to challenge you today. Your track record is about effort, not result. Your track record is first about your effort than the result. When men of influence, men of greatness, men who have achieved some certain level of success in their field or in life, when they meet with you, when they are discussing with you about your life, about your project, about what you are working on, they want to hear more of the attempts you've made, the moves you've made, not necessarily the results you have accomplished, but just the attempts, the moves, the things you have tried. Either they failed or not. That is what they are more important. That is what they are more concerned about. When they've heard that, then they want to move on to what are the results those has now yielded. So I've tried making an investment, it failed. I've tried getting a job, I've sent out CV. They want to hear things like that. They want to hear I tried this particular business after 2 years, I incurred some bad debts and all that. They want to hear that. Yeah, in fact, they are more fascinated to your stories. They feel more attracted to whatever it is you have to offer when you share stories of your failed attempts than when all you have to tell them about your track record are things that look so good as though you have never failed. In fact, a man of God once said, if you see anyone who has attained a level of success and has no scar of failure to show, run away from such persons, because anyone who wants to achieve something great must have a degree of failure to show for it. Because in fact, scars shows that you are an experienced person in this particular field, and it is a lot of experience, both good and bad, when combined, that bets what we call expertise. You can never become an expert in a field, an expert in a particular thing, if you have not had your failed attempts coupled with your success attempts, those ones you did and they didn't give the type of results you wanted, and then the ones you did and then you got amazing results. So don't be quick to erase your scars. Your scars are a sign that you're an experienced person. Your failures are a sign that now you've learned to do this thing, that if you do it in such ways you will fail. Those are what failures are. That's what your failure story tells us. It tells us that you are now an experienced person, that you now know how not to do things if you don't want to get results that are negative. You've learned ways that once you do it this way, this was what I did the last time that made me feel on this. So I'm not going to do it this way. I'm going to do it this way instead. That is what your failures in your track record shows to us. And that makes us more attracted to whatever it is you have to offer, whatever it is you want to discuss, because it shows whatever it is you are saying, and you are talking based on experience. You've removed at least one more pothole from whatever it is you have to offer them. So don't be in a hurry to edit out your track record. No great man, I repeat, no great man, no one who has done something extremely great, who has impacted a generation, who has built a solid system, a strong, long lasting system, who wouldn't have any failed stories to tell you. You will hear I have attempted 30 businesses before this particular one that worked. You hear people tell you, in fact, I was in so much debt because I was on ground zero. Then I started building from there to become whatever it is I am today. A year in between the business almost crumbled. In fact, some will tell you the business is closed down for a few years, and then they had to start all over again. That is the same thing you have. Your track record is so important. In fact, your track record looks more interesting when your failed attempts are so loud in there that we can see them, because now it shows this is a man who is dogged, who is committed, who doesn't give up so easily. Despite his failures, he's still here trying to make another attempt. Despite the failed attempt, he's still here showing those things. He's still zealously talking about this thing. He's still passionate about this thing because he can see something the other person cannot see. Your vision, the goal, the dream is so big, is so real to you that despite the failures you have to show, you are still committed to this purpose. They are still committed to this goal. And that is what people who appear to be sponsors want to see. People who are on platforms that are bigger and higher than you, that's what they want to see. Is that drive they want to see. So don't be in a hurry to edit out failed attempts. Let them be. Show your track record the way it is. I feel that at this point, it was the point where I started making success. This was what changed. This was what changed my narrative. Be bold about it. We are not saying be lackadaisical about your failures. We are not saying you should be at peace at failure. We are not saying you should fail and then glorify your failure. No, what we are trying to say is that in as much as you are aiming for success, let us see track record of those events that failed. That program you organized and nobody showed up, that business you tried and you didn't make any sales, that 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 order you tried making online and you lost your money to it, that investment that you pushed all your heart into and then didn't yield something. Let us see it now. Based on that track record, we can now see how to come in with your experience and bet great results. Your track records should not be edited in such a way that your failed attempts are cut off completely. I'm saying that the same way some of us rush through our social media platforms after some years and begin to delete throwback pictures as though they are not part of our story. You don't want to do that to your track record. You know what I'm saying? Some of us, if you go our social media platforms now, pictures we posted some 10 years ago, some 5 years ago, some 8 years ago that we are no longer proud of. Not because they are negative, but because probably we're looking more tiny, we're looking more, we deleted them because we are in a bid to make our social media platform look as though we have always been this good all along. No, don't be in a hurry. It's your track record. It's part of your story. Let those failed attempts be a part of it. Let those who want to sponsor you, those who want to be a part of your project, let them see what you have done that didn't go well and the ones you have done that went well. Remember, it's first about your efforts before the results. That's what makes your track record a track record. Till I come your way again, I need to remain in the financial game. I need to remain in the financial space. I need to remain financially strong and financially fit. I need to do everything legally and morally right to become financially free and become a man or a woman of purpose. Remember, a generation is counting on you and you cannot afford to fail them. If you are joining us again for the first time, please do well to hit the subscribe button as we would love you to be a part of this global community. If you enjoyed what you just listened to, please do well to like, do well to drop your comment, do well to share with family and friends. Let's build this community together. Remember, I am waiting for you. I love you. Bye.